It's red left switch, Z right, sprint right G, U corner, halfback flat. Nice and easy. Let's walk it. Here we go.
All right, Booney, in your 13-year-old football league, you guys just won the championship. Have you ever seen a 13-year-old or an adult hurdle someone backwards before?
No, I have never. And I don't think the way that he did it and the grace that he just totally went in, shifted out, and then came back and was like, whoop, I'm going to do one of these. I was waiting for the Chris Berman, whoop. Like it was, dude, I'm not kidding you. Every week, he just seems to show up and do more and be that much more. And I told you yesterday in the show, I fumbled the ball. I don't give a shit. I'm going to dive on it. I'm going to give you one because of what you do for our run game. And not only that, but in the pass game, showing up. Like, he's just incredible. And that's why when we talk about the Eagles, and I know we talked yesterday, like, what's up with them? Like, he gives them a winning chance every week. The fact that he can... Yeah, I mean, he's just always...
He's the reason they're winning.
Right, he's 6-2. Saquon's 6-2.
If you take Saquon off the Eagles, they're the same Eagles that finished the year last year.
Right.
They're having the same mistakes. They're having the same miscommunications, all of the same issues that arose in the back half of the year last year where everything went kablooey is the same issues. The difference is you have a man amongst boys in the backfield that can keep you in every single game. It's why the Giants were competitive when they had a healthy Saquon Barkley, right? You take piece out, input piece over here, Super Bowl possible, take piece out over here, number one pick possible, right? Like he really is that much of a difference maker.
Yeah. So let's go through. So we're gonna warm you up with a couple play. We're gonna give you some of the chunk offensive highlights.
Teasers.
Most of them involve Saquon Barkley from this. What probably should have been a more dominant win. It got a little dicey there at the end for the Eagles, but you will see a couple plays in. One of the most ridiculous. It's one of those highlights. You know, like the Eric Dickerson highlight from the 80s where he's getting it. I think it's Dickerson. Or no, who was it? Campbell, who's getting his jersey pulled at. Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is what I
that's
thought
what
of.
Yes.
Like the Barry Sanders montage on YouTube that every kid grew up watching. Like that's what this play reminded me of.
So we'll go through a couple here. This is the Eagles chunking the Jaguars here offensively. You guys tell us what you're seeing.
I mean, the thing that I thought they did a nice job of is they kept the Jaguars in sub defense, and they just stayed in 11 personnel, right? One back, one tight end, and that keeps all the big bodies off the field. Because if you just pause it right here, it's a beautiful box, right? Anytime you get a 6-man box like this, every sub run is pretty much on the table.
And they're beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, look at this. This is a beautiful scheme.
You got angles all over. You can run inside zone to the right. You can run inside zone to the left. You could run a quick stutter play, one puller, two pullers. Every RPO is open in this realm. When they play and spread you out like this, it puts so much stress on a defense of what they want to do and how they want to protect it. Right, then you add the little motion in, bumps everyone in. You got guys pointing every which direction.
Yeah, let's go look at the pointing.
Well, hey, this is a great job of the offensive coordinator of getting the mismatch, right? Like as soon as we go in motion, number 6 now is carrying Saquon. And in the meetings, we probably know 6 is not a good defender. So this is what the matchup that we want. And what are we doing? We're just running a wheel route. It's a simple running back wheel route. I'm going to give you a 50-50 ball. You get underneath it. What I love the most about this is at the end of it, the DB is like, what about the push off? What about a little bit of a push off?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Saquon doesn't even fucking touch him. He just runs right by me.
Every DB's got an
Ding
excuse, dude.
Ding him right now. Well, right now we're already out leveraged. If this is a flat route, we're screwed. At the same time, I'm just going to give him a 50-50 ball, and there we go. Woo.
We got palms up before the ball even.
Get him again. Oh my God. How could he have thrown this ball? What?
Pocket's beautiful too. I mean,
yeah, a couple things on the pocket real quick. When he throws this ball, now you guys grinded many a training camp. I observed many a training camp with my little notebook and sunglasses. This right here, when he throws this ball, this is a training camp individual drill where there is no one in front of you. You're just throwing a ball into a bucket.
Yep.
Look how casual that is.
Yeah, that's throw it into the net, right?
Yes.
Put it into the net, into the corner.
Give him a
Doink.
chance, and he does.
Also, can we count the points, the communication of there's one.
So right there's one. 23 is like, hey, you've got that side, right? Yeah. I've got that side. This guy comes in.
Oh, there's
two,
1, 2, 3.
There's 3, and then 33
4,
points
5.
4.
Oh, it's 5.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just one simple motion. And again, this is scheme. Know the mismatch, like Booney said. take advantage of the mismatch, and Saquon just runs away from him.
And that's a lot of time what people don't realize. Like motion, at times is to draw people's eyes to something else, but a lot of times it's to create different mismatches. Because if we move somebody, then all of a sudden the defender will have to move his role, and it's super fun to see. When
Six again. Six is just getting abused by Saquon.
listen. We're not gonna. Is that Darnell Savage?
Yeah,
Oh God,
I think he got savaged
Packer.
by Saquon.
Dude, what a name. Darnell
So here's
Savage.
the inside zone.
Oh my God! Look at that hole. That hole opens up at the most beautiful time too. God damn.
Again, you spread them out, right? You're an 11 personnel. You've got a lot of field to cover. They don't even block 91. No one touches 91. He's the read key, right? They do an arc motion here because they know, hey, if Jalen pulls it, then he's going to be blocked up here. They got one double team there. They got 6 hands on 2 on 52, and then they just mash this thing all the way up, and 51 overcommits. 91's got no shot. Right, that much space to have to defend Jalen Hurts and maybe squeeze down on Saquon Barkley, you're caught in no man's land.
Saquon hits the hole before he even realizes what's going on, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. And pause it right here. Right here, 91 is in an unwinnable situation. The only thing that he can do that would cause anybody to cause pressure would be as if he challenged this handoff right now. And it's one of the things that when I was in this offense, we saw a few teams would do that. Then instead of sitting there and letting us just knife cut you to death 1,000 times, like that's what this is. We're just letting you die a slow death here. You have nothing to do. But instead, what he should have done was made a beeline right at that handoff spot to cause
Mesh
confusion. Right. But instead, what it does is watch it and go back. Lane Johnson's telling you right now. He's the one that separates us. He's the one that creates this lane. He comes down, and right now, I think that's Jack Stoll, right? He's telling him, hey, I'm arcing. I'm outside. So they know based on the alignment of the defensive end, no one's blocking him. So Lane does a great job of running down here, getting 51 to overcommit, but then see how Lane never loses sight of him and creates this almost pin block back.
Use him out.
Dude, this is what separates a lot of offensive lines from a great offensive line. Is his ability to have his eyes on the entire time. And he's technically blocking 2 guys there. Now, Mekhi Becton's coming through here. Cam Jurgens just destroying people. And this is the mismatch that we've wanted to watch the entire time. Saquon versus fucking anybody is a mismatch. And that's why this is so fun, because if you can get him on one guy, look at that, dude.
Can I also go back to the wide here real quick. It's amazing. So the ball is snapped at the 40-yard line, and just look at like the push of the offensive line here.
Establishing a new line of scrimmage.
Landon Dickerson.
Look at that. It's just now we're here actually.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't get touched until he gets tackled, and that is 10 yards down the field.
Yeah. 10,
but it also
yards.
goes respect. Go back to the wide one more time, Mac. It also shows the respect they have for this receiving group. I mean, they've got trips over here to the left, right? This is a 1-by-3 formation. You got tight end down at the bottom, 3 receivers up at the top. They've got 4 dudes over there, right? You got the corner, you got the nickel, the corner's over, and then the safeties stepped over the top over there too, because they're so concerned. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, all those dudes can blow the roof off the top of your defense at any time, which they did in this game as well.
All right, I believe the next play here is
Yes,
the play
this is
you all came for. And by the way, if you haven't already, if you're new to the O-line committee, we got a decade and a half of NFL trenches experience explaining film to those of us fans and media. So give us a subscribe click and click that like button on the O-line committee YouTube channel. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Let me go back to the top here.
I love
Just
it.
a little swing route.
We're sliding left. We're
Motion
short.
again. They know it's man coverage. Boom. Just give it to him.
Nice little M route. Boop. Whoop. Boop. Right
This
for
is
it.
the most insane thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God, dude. He did it backwards. He did it fucking backwards.
Like
He
the-
wasn't
It's
even like,
wild,
I'm going to
man.
jump over you. I'm going to do it backwards just to laugh at you. God. Look at the
I mean,
size of that arm
I
going up,
just
too.
don't.
Landon, big.
Landon's so big.
So
Landon
fucking
Dicker-
big.
he's
Dude,
just-
Mekhi Becton. Look at that. Look at that. I don't think so, little boy.
Boop. Boop.
Boop. Right here. Oh my God.
I mean,
What do you in this moment, what do you think he was thinking?
this
You
is
think
like
he-
when the montage was. You're wondering how I got myself here.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
dude, there's 7 guys that are like, no way, he just fucking jumped over him. Look at
22 turns around. Like, I thought I was going to hit him.
Where'd
Like,
he go?
1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles.
Oh,
dude.
man.
So you
that's
know how
He
wild.
you
didn't
do
even
those-
go low.
Hey.
That's what's crazy. He's not like he went low on Saquon here.
No,
like
that was-
he's up high.
So you know the drill in the gym where you have to like jump off the box and then jump right back up on the box, and you'd be like, when the fuck are we ever going to do this? This is why you do those drills.
Like the
it's the quick, like,
boxes.
remember the coach would always be like, as soon as your feet touch, I want you to jump. And you'd be like, I'm fat. I don't work like that, okay? This is how that is supposed to work. And I'm not kidding you. This is one of the greatest runs, and I know it's only like 20 yards. This is so Barry Sanders-esque, it's not even right. Like, he is stepping into a whole new world where I'm starting to be like, dude, him and Christian McCaffrey, is he maybe supplanting Christian a little bit? And I know it's a lot of, we haven't seen Christian in a while, but he's been doing this week in and week out. And that's where I'm like, man, they might have a real chance if their head coach could get out of their way.
It makes me wonder what Saquon could have been if he would have been on a great team his entire career.
Could you imagine?
Right, like young, fresh out of Penn State, Saquon, it goes to a team that's got an established O-line, all of those things, what could have been, because he's older now. I mean, this is on the back end of his career, Saquon, and he's still doing nonsense like this. Absolutely insanity.
This is ridiculous. It's
How big is
it's one of the most ridiculous plays.
Huge.
Oh my gosh, he's such a freak show.
So, all right, so Eagles are driving again. Here we go. Let's go. Jags are demoralized.
Spreading them out, keeping them deep. You want to stand back?
By the way,
we
third
talked
down
about
here.
this.
It's a third down.
This is the
third
exact
and
play that we
forever.
talked about.
This is third and forever.
Look, there's the first down right there. This is 2.
Yeah,
first down
go back to the wide. Go back to the wide, Mac.
Where he's
Look how
20.
far off all the defenders are. They're at the 10-yard line, right? They're thinking, oh, this
Look
is
at the
going to be...
mic. He's almost 10 yards off.
8 yards. This is perfect play call. Everyone thinks they're going to go to these receivers. They're going to go deep, and you just hand it, and you give Cam Jurgens a free run at the Mike linebacker. Come on now.
Dude, look at that. We talked about this yesterday, Kellen Moore being smart, saying, hey, listen, if they're just going to play this far off and they're going to make this impossible, let's just check to something simple. Look at this. We talked about the even wide front. There is nobody on the guards or the center. Listen, this is a point in the game where a lot of us would have looked back and been like, draw? Are we drawing this? Or we're going to keep this simple, right? This is simple draw. This is all this is. And before anybody can realize what's going on, everyone's like, do I really want to go make this tackle? Do I really want to go make this tackle on this big-legged motherfucker?
But look at this, but like
don't.
This should not.
This
from
safety
here.
over the top should make this play.
How is this a touchdown from
Go
here?
ahead, play it. Let's see.
Because he runs a 4-4. I mean,
That's why.
he
That's
runs
why.
a 4-4, and he can run away from these. I mean, the great thing is if you go back to the wide real quick, the receivers do a great job of selling these breaking in routes, right? I believe that's A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, right? 2 threats in the red zone. They run off the ball like this is real stuff, and then they immediately right here, both those corners are jumping those in routes, and this far corner is the one that just loses leverage. And usually any other back, he probably gets out there, right? Singleton or Robinson from the Commanders, who are good backs. You probably get out there and make that play. But if 4-4 is running by you,
No.
luck.
Dude.
Dirty.
Such an anomaly. Here we go.
Tackle pull. Get Lane Johnson out there. This is a great wrinkle because so many times you usually see the guard pull. Like so many offenses is usually the guard pulling around, so you're used to Becton here. But here when they play that 2-eye, they can make a decision who's pulling the guard or the tackle. The guard's covered. Super easy. Just pull the tackle.
So that's decided right on alignment here.
Yeah, I mean, if that guy's bumped out, like that wide front again, and he's bumped out here as like a 4-eye, then yeah, Becton would probably pull. But you can make that decision here, and this is I believe this is stutter. Nope, this is just straight OT, right? So what they're doing here is, if you go back, it's a double team at the point of attack between Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson. They're double teaming up to the backside linebacker, which I believe is number 33 over Becton there. So you've got a double team there, and then there's a draw set by the left tackle, and then Lane's pulling around for the play side linebacker, right? So it's essentially power, but with the tackle. Like it's a form of like a stutter cut the defense. Lane ended up blocking his own guy.
Johnson.
But watch the way he keeps going. Watch the way he keeps going. That's what's so great about Lane Johnson. So many guys here be like, oh shit, I stopped. Nope. Oh, hey, you're in my way. Well, guess what? You're also now in my way. So let me just continue to roll you through here. That's a great block by Lane.
That's a great block by Lane Johnson. Staying on. A lot of guys would have stopped in the moment. But like, oh, dude, my bad. But he, exactly what you said. In the moment, he's like, shit, I got to keep going.
Yeah, Saquon's back there. I got to keep going.
He's going to get out of this. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
We'll spread him again here.
Here we go.
We'll just
this is
keep it ourselves.
By the way,
That's a
go back,
pussy
go
move
back
by
real
five.
Quick. Go
That's
back real
such
quick.
a pussy move
Fuck
by
you,
5.
bro. The minute I saw this in the game, I was like, there better be a flag. And there was. They flagged him, and he'll get fined for this.
He'll
But
get
for
fined
those
for
that
that,
don't
too.
know, we used to be able to pull out and cut these dudes, and they used to be able to cut us. But
Oh, it
now
was
there's a
horrible.
rule. It was horrible. It's how I lost my knee. But there's a rule now that anytime you're outside the tackle box, no one's allowed to cut anybody. So this dude to come in this far down the line and do that is such a bitch fucking move. Swear to God, I would have fought the shit out of him.
Yeah, I agree. If any other the O-linemen, they probably didn't see it right away, but on film, they're like, dude, we should have fought him. Like, dirt stomped him right there on the goal line.
That's some bullshit, dude.
This is counter. This is beautifully ran
beautiful.
quarterback counter.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's so. I mean,
Such
it's
a
just.
pussy.
Dude, that's how I lost mine. My foot
because
got
the
stuck in
play
the
is
ground.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he scored. He scored all the way.
Yeah, that hurt.
Flag came in on that, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you understand. Like, we're not meant to move that fast. So, like, when we get movement and that much motion going there, and you get your knee chopped out or leg chopped out, it freaking hurts because we're not expecting it, right? You're expecting to hit this guy high, or he's going to avoid you, and to have him go low like that.
I mean, that could have been. Look at that.
That's
dude,
ACL,
like-
MCL. That's all kinds of disaster. That's why they took it out of the game.
That was Jordan Mailata. I guarantee you Landon Dickerson spears that dude. Guaranteed. I mean, I would have. As soon as he got up, I would have fucking speared him right in the side. Where's Feliciano? We need him back on here. He would have fucking agreed with me.
Oh, this is the catch.
Here it is. Here it is.
No, this is actually.
No.
This is the precursor to the catch.
I mean, this is what happens when you run the football well. You run the football well, those safeties get caught with their eyes in the backfield, and you have a guy, again, 4.3 speed now that just runs away with everything, right? They
Is
go
this a
big
two-man
personnel.
route?
This is
13 personnel, right? You got 3 tight ends in the game now. So now they've got bigger personnel in the game. So
What are they thinking?
It's a
run.
two-man route. It's a two-man route, right? It's 81
back,
over the
go
middle.
back. Hey, Jack Stoll runs by 23 and 23, like points him out to somebody on the sideline, like, hey, get him. Watch this, watch this. And this is exactly right? Like, we've been doing 11 personnel. We've been running the ball. You know what? If we come out in 13, you think they'll stack this box? I bet you they will. Watch this. Jack Stoll runs right by him. Hey, somebody, get him.
He's got him.
There's a guy running that way. They don't know what to do. Dude, linebackers are literally running in circles. Like, we don't know where to go. And there's this guy completely fucking wide open.
I mean, Hurts' accuracy when he's got a clean pocket has been really good this year.
Yeah.
When it's not been so clean, that's where he's starting to do a little too much.
And he
But
took
as
a
long as they
couple
can
ugly
keep him
sacks here.
clean,
This
well,
play
he
is
did that.
stupid.
He did that stupid thing where he tries to roll out the back of the pocket all the time.
You know what's crazy too is 1 year ago, the Eagles were the Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah.
1 year ago from right now, and then they went on and lost like 6 games or whatever it was
Yeah.
down the stretch.
I think it was 6 of their last 7 or something like that.
Well, the security guard didn't help them. This catch is...
Unbelievable.
And that's why, like, when you look at this team, you're
Did you
like,
see the
dude,
cameraman get absolutely go? Hold on, go back one
Go
more
back,
time.
go back. I want to see it.
Watch the cameraman. I hope he got the shot because he wears this. Boom.
Oh man,
He definitely got that
camera's
shot.
done.
It was worth it.
Did you
Hey.
get the shot?
You
This
gotta
is
hang in
once
there,
again,
dude.
like, you watch the offense make plays like this. Like, we just watched a huge Saquon reel, and now we watch Jalen Hurts throw it to Devontae Smith, and he makes a spectacular catch. And you're like, are we sure this team isn't going to do something in the playoffs? And you're like, well, wait, I forgot the head coach is kind of a weirdo. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, if the dude was more
Is
professional.
Sirianni like the biggest thing that?
Yeah, he's kind of a
Like
clown.
if
I'm
we
gonna be
swapped
honest.
out Sirianni for Mike Tomlin,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude.
like just
How
not
about
even in
this?
terms of like just in
How about
terms of like
this?
how you would perceive a 6-2 football team.
How about if you switched him out with like a Vrabel? Then what would you say? Like, you would be saying different things because
Yeah, and
look at
it's
that.
not even
That's
about like
incredible.
what tactics would change. I'm saying like, do you trust this team the rest of the year with Sirianni or a guy like Vrabel or a guy like John Harbaugh?
With
you know?
Vrabel, I don't think these questions are even brought up because you don't see him on the sidelines talking to the fans, talking shit, or the 2-point play being like, oh, well, just do it. And they don't even get it. And then they do it again. He's like, just do it. And they don't even get it. And it's like, you know, there's a guy behind him, right, that fucking could jump over everybody on here. Like, what are we even doing? And that's at times where I'm like, you're getting complacent. You're getting lazy. Oh, they jumped off sides. What are we doing? Like, you never saw Belichick like, wait, what are we doing? Like, he was always the one that was like, no, we're not. We're not.
I mean, it goes back to Andy Reid in the Super Bowl last year,
Right.
knowing the Super Bowl rules, right? Knowing the overtime rules, having his team prepared. That's the difference between championship caliber teams and good teams.
Yeah.
Right? That's the difference. And it's razor thin, it's minute details. And so do we trust Sirianni with that question mark of what we had in the back of our minds all last year as we watched that final stretch? It's still there. Right? You have the Jacksonville Jaguars boot on throat. Right? Game is over. They can't do anything. And all of a sudden they're driving with a chance to win it. And it takes an interception at the end.
N'Kobe Dean doesn't catch that ball, it might have been a touchdown. I'm not
Right,
even
and so
kidding you.
so you're going, okay, those are the type of things that can happen. That's the difference. We talk about the Lions and the Chiefs and the top tier teams. They don't have those questions, right? The Chiefs, you knew the second that Mahomes got the ball last night, you're like, idiots, you should have went for 2 and you probably would have won. Now Mahomes is going to go right down the field and win this football game. We've seen this movie before.
So he's the best in the league, probably has
Mahomes
the best team
is.
in
Mahomes
okay,
is the
I'm
best
I'm just
player in the league.
Just making sure. But dude, by the way, when he went down, I was like waiting for your text message to come across. I was waiting.
Listen,
and
I have
not surprised when it did.
We'll do a breakdown.
I have thoughts about that, but I'm not gonna. If
I
you
do
get
too.
carried off the field, you are a drama queen.
Number
if you
one
come
player
back
in the
on
world
field.
could lay there as long as he wants, and the commercial breaks will just keep going and going.
The slow walk, the facial demeanor, the stadium's like, oh my god, he's dead.
People were
and then
crying.
all of a sudden he like jogs back out there. They're like, oh, he's risen. Oh my, I can't. I can't.
You know what it was?
handle
It was
that.
the Paul Pierce. He got wheelchaired off. And all of a sudden he
Well, you know
goes
why Paul.
running
You know,
back
you know
out.
why Paul Pierce, man, had to take
Hey,
it down.
he shit
Had to take
himself.
it down. It's like, guys, bring some.
Could you imagine, Patrick? Guys, I really just got to pee. I really got to pee so bad.
Oh, it's a compound fracture. I think there's a bone. Oh God. No, I'm fine. Everything's
Hey,
fine.
by the way, I love how they speculated the entire time. Troy's like, I don't want to speculate, but I think it's a hip. And then someone's like, no, it's a knee. All of a sudden they see him running and they're like, oh, it's nothing. I knew it was nothing.
He's fine. He's fine.
Oh man. All right, Eagles fans, you're back on track.
Welcome
here.
back.
Saquon,
Eh,
6
Tell
and
your
2.
head coach to shut the fuck up, too. Good God.
Gonna calm down a little bit.
I would have loved a head coach like that. Nice haircut.
Are we going for 2? Are we? What are we doing,
doing?
guys? All
What
here
are we
go.
doing?
Let's go taunt the crowd here. All right, this is the O-line committee, another film breakdown.